You're making money, but you're not getting wealthy. Here's why. 78% of Americans have at least 3 of these 12 destructive money habits without even realizing it, and they're silently killing your financial future. These aren't obvious mistakes like not saving enough. These are the subtle, everyday behaviors that even financially responsible people fall into. Stay with me for the next 10 minutes, and I guarantee you'll identify at least one habit that's been holding you back. Welcome back to the channel where we break down the real barriers to financial freedom. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss the financial insights that could literally change your life. Here's the hard truth. Making good money doesn't automatically lead to building wealth. You might be earning a solid salary, paying your bills on time, and even setting aside some savings. But if you're like most people, you're still not seeing the kind of financial progress you expected. That's because wealth isn't just about how much you make. It's about the invisible habits that either compound your money or silently drain it away. I've spent years studying the difference between those who build lasting wealth and those who remain financially stuck despite good incomes. What I discovered was eye-opening. There are exactly 12 specific money habits that act like anchors, holding back your financial growth. Even more surprising, most financial advisors never address these because they're focused on investment strategies, not daily behaviors. The first habit we'll cover is something almost everyone did in the past 24 hours, a behavior so normalized that you probably don't even see it as a problem. Yet this single habit could be costing you thousands of dollars every year in lost wealth potential. Ready to find out what it is? Let's dive in. Let's start with the mindset habits that form the foundation of your financial behavior. Habit number 1, comparing yourself to others instead of your past self. This is the silent wealth killer. You see someone with a new car, house, or lifestyle, and suddenly your financial plan goes out the window. Studies show that social comparison triggers a dopamine response similar to addictive behaviors. The wealthy don't compare themselves to others. They track their own progress over time. They ask, am I better off than I was last year? Not, do I have what they have? Habit number 2, emotional spending as stress relief. When you've had a rough day, what's your go-to? For 67% of Americans, it's retail therapy. That momentary happiness comes at a severe long-term cost. Every emotion-driven purchase is capital that could have been growing. Millionaires aren't immune to stress, but they've separated their emotions from their spending. They build specific outlets for stress that don't impact their financial growth. Habit number 3, the I deserve it justification trap. This is perhaps the most dangerous mindset habit because it feels so reasonable. You work hard, so you deserve nice things, right? The problem is, this justification can apply to literally any purchase at any time. The wealthy flip this mindset. Instead of saying, I deserve to spend this money now, they say, I deserve the freedom this money will bring me later. But these mental habits are just the beginning. The next group is where your money literally vanishes without you noticing. And if you're finding value in these insights, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, because what's coming next could completely transform how you handle your daily finances. Now, let's talk about the everyday habits that silently drain your wealth potential. Habit number 4, paying bills without reviewing them. Most people glance at the total and pay. They never notice the subscription price increases, the unnecessary services, or the billing errors. I've personally found over $2,300 in annual savings just by auditing my recurring expenses. The wealthy review every statement with a simple question: is this providing value worth its cost? Habit number 5, no system for tracking small expenses. The $5 coffee, the $12 lunch, the $8 rideshare, these small expenses seem insignificant in isolation. but together they create what financial experts call money leaks. For the average American, these untracked expenses total over $7,000 annually. Wealthy individuals aren't necessarily frugal with small purchases, but they are conscious of them. They have systems to track where every dollar goes. Habit number 6, using convenience as justification for overspending. Time is valuable, but using convenience to justify premium prices across the board is a wealth-draining habit. Delivery fees, express shipping, pre-prepared foods, these conveniences compound into significant wealth reduction. The wealthy are strategic about convenience. Splurging only where the time saved genuinely creates more value than the premium paid. Habit number 7, keeping money in low-yield accounts. Right now, millions of Americans have thousands sitting in accounts earning essentially nothing while inflation erodes its value. Even high-yield savings accounts often barely keep pace with inflation. The wealthy ensure every dollar has a job, whether that's in investments, assets that appreciate, or cash equivalents that at least minimize inflation's impact. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that button because what I'm about to share next are the long-term habits that create an invisible ceiling on your wealth potential. The next set of habits might be the most destructive because they impact your long-term financial trajectory. Habit number 8, delaying investment until you have more money. Nearly 60% of Americans delay investing because they don't feel they have enough to start. But time in the market beats timing the market every time. Starting with just $100 per month at 25 versus waiting until 35 can mean the difference between retiring with $1.2 million versus $600,000. The wealthy understand that the amount you start with matters far less than when you start. Habit number 9, following mainstream financial news. This might surprise you, but consuming daily financial news often leads to poor decision-making. Headlines are designed to trigger emotional responses, fear and greed, the exact emotions that destroy wealth. Millionaires aren't ignoring information, but they're selective about sources and timing, focusing on long-term trends rather than daily fluctuations. Habit number 10, lifestyle inflation with every income increase. When your income rises, does your spending immediately follow? This habit, automatically upgrading your lifestyle with each pay raise, is perhaps the most common barrier to building wealth. The wealthy follow a simple rule. Income increases are opportunities for wealth building, not lifestyle expansion. Many follow the 50-50 rule. 50% of any increase goes to wealth building, 50% to lifestyle improvement. The final two habits are the most insidious. They're actually promoted as responsible behaviors by many financial experts, but they're keeping you from true wealth. Habit number 11, over-diversification too early. Financial advisors preach diversification, but spreading too thin too early can severely limit growth. Habit number 12, only focusing on saving, not income growth. The final habit keeping you from wealth is perhaps the most limiting, an obsessive focus on saving without equal attention to increasing income. Cutting costs has a floor. You can only reduce expenses so far. Income growth, however, has no ceiling. Millionaires certainly save, but they dedicate significant energy to expanding income through skills development, side businesses, investments, and strategic career moves. Now that you know what's been holding you back, let's talk about exactly what to do instead. So there you have them, the 12 hidden habits that keep most people from building true wealth: comparing yourself to others, emotional spending, the "I deserve it" trap, paying bills without review, not tracking small expenses, overpaying for convenience, keeping money in low-yield accounts, delaying investment, following mainstream financial news, lifestyle inflation, over-diversification too early, focusing only on saving, not earning. Breaking these habits doesn't happen overnight. Start by choosing just one habit from this list that resonated with you the most. Focus on changing that single behavior for the next 30 days. For example, if emotional spending is your weakness, create a 24-hour rule for any non-essential purchase over $50. This simple change alone could save thousands annually. I've seen subscribers transform their finances by breaking just one of these habits. Like Michael, who realized he was falling into the "I deserve it" trap and redirected that energy into building a side business that now generates more than his day job. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I release new financial strategies every week that build on these concepts. Second, drop a money bag in the comments along with which habit you're committing to break first. I read every comment and respond to questions. And finally, if you're serious about accelerating your financial transformation, check out my previous video on the 7-day financial reset program. I'll link it on screen now and in the description below. Remember, wealth isn't built through one big decision. It's built through breaking harmful habits and building powerful new ones. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll dive deeper into the specific strategies that will help you build your first $100,000.